So around 12 noon, actor Kamal Haasan is to launch a new mobile app. This, he says, is to stay in touch with his fans, to know their mind. Will he announce his big political plunge today? My colleague Rajdeep Sardesai spoke to him. Let's listen in.
Hello and welcome to this India Today special with someone who is the newsmaker of the moment, who for more than 4 decades has thrilled us as one of the superstars of Tamil and Indian cinema. But he is now readying himself for a second innings. Please welcome on this town hall from Chennai with the one and only Kamal Haasan. First of all, a very happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're all of 63. How do you maintain your 63-year-old youthful look? What's the secret?
I would say my parents' genes, good friends, good food, and some exercise, yes.
Not bad. But let's all wish him a very happy birthday first.
Thank you. Thank you.
But we haven't come here to only wish you a birthday or give you a birthday gift, but to find out once and for all, are you joining politics and forming a political party, yes or no? This speculation has gone on for too long. You're making the headlines all the time with your comments. Let's get it straight. Are you forming a political party, yes or no?
Work is in progress. Since you want, do you want a curt answer or with
I'm okay with whatever answer because I don't want to misquote you, so I want to get it very clear. You're saying work is in progress.
Progress to form a political party.
Work is in progress to form a political party that will contest elections in the state of Tamil Nadu.
Yes, I wasn't into that before because we were formulating the idea. The idea was to serve the people, help the people, which in other words means help ourselves, help myself, to make Tamil Nadu better. And we wanted to pitch in and add our little might to that. And originally I had started 39 years back as what used to be a fan club. I converted into a movement. We called it a movement for welfare of the Tamil Nadu people. And we were quietly doing it apolitically, keeping away from everything, but trying to improve lives to the best of our capabilities. But that was not enough because sometimes our work, our efforts were impeded by politicians, politics, and the only way to voice was to get into it. And then we thought, okay, we'll become critics of politics, but even that is not enough. Because you become a critic of politics and then they'll answer you a couple of times and then they ignore you. The only way we thought, when I say we, a group of people who are interested in the welfare of Tamil Nadu first and then the country. They said, you must enter electoral politics. That's the only way.
So it's only now that you've decided to enter electoral politics. Let's be very clear again, because in an interview to India Today a few months ago, you said, it's confirmed I'm entering politics. I want to be CM for the people of Tamil Nadu. So is Kamal Haasan saying from a citizen activist 39 years ago, to a political activist, you will now be a full-fledged politician contesting elections?
Yes, that is right, but for anyone to say, especially a rookie like me, to begin a career and say that I want to become a CM sounds very juvenile. I didn't say that. It was to make the copy better and probably wish me well. The question asked at me directed it towards becoming a CM because that's not the purpose. I want to serve the people and myself in the best position possible, whatever is delegated to me by the people.
But I want to understand, this is an audience in Chennai. They need to know if there are elections held in Tamil Nadu, whether they are 6 months, 12 months, or as they are due in 2021, Kamal Haasan will contest the elections as a full-fledged political independent party?
Yes, but we must, as I said, it's work in progress. Yesterday someone asked me, what's the name of the party? I said, look, it's like a child. Somebody's pregnant with an idea. You're asking for a name. Let it go through the process. There are a lot of ladies here who will agree with me that you don't name the child while it's in the tummy. First, you'll have to know the gender of the
No, but let's be very clear. A child is born in 9 months. You've been at this for a few months now. Am I therefore to understand that within the next 9 months, that this child will be a full-blown adult to the world at least?
Yes. It should be, I think. So when you ask the question about in 6 months, we may not be ready to contest, but we will comment. We will be there.
So is this a political movement that is becoming a party? Is that the way you're seeing it? Because many believe that your model is the Aam Aadmi Party model. You met Arvind Kejriwal, and during that meeting, a sense one got was a meeting of minds. Is that the model that you're seeing, starting it as a political movement that becomes a party when elections are held?
See, there are similar people with similar ideas. It's sort of bubbling, it's effervescent with ideas, like the time when Gandhiji was there and Subhashji was there and various other people were thinking of the same goal from various points of view. And that is how Mr. Kejriwal and I met. We're not looking for an alliance, but there was an understanding, not tacit but open understanding, that we both will help anybody who is fighting the basic malady of this country, which is corruption.
No, so I want to understand, you are not going to join hands with any party, either the Aam Aadmi Party or any other national party. You don't intend to join. This is going to be an independent party that will take up specific issues for the welfare of the people. This is not a welfare association like you have. It's not a fan club. It will be registered with the Election Commission.
Yes.
It will be a registered political party with a symbol. Have you thought of a symbol?
No, that's why I said the child is still inside the womb. So
the child is still inside the womb because you've already announced that you're going to have a mobile app.
Yes.
What is this mobile app going to do? Are you going to crowdsource funds for your party? Is that your aim, so that you can get resources through your fan clubs or through the people of Tamil Nadu?
No, fan club won't do that. Yesterday someone had quoted saying, I'll get money from fans. It's too small a crowd to fund a party. But they're very strong crowd who will support a party. But I think it will have to come from the people. My confidence that it will be funded by the people is whenever avaricious politicians empty the coffers, it's refilled not by the billionaires of India, but the people of India, because the billionaires still owe tax to the government. So it is always the people of India who fill the coffers again when it's emptied. And if they can do that for a whole state, they will do it for a party with good intent.
So again, I'm getting a sense that you are using the Aam Aadmi Party as a model, anti-corruption, in a sense, existing politicians, and crowdsourcing the funds. Am I correct? That this movement, that the principal aim that you have decided to form a political party now is because you believe that corruption is the major issue plaguing Tamil Nadu. Why suddenly have you decided? All these years, you didn't choose to take on a Jayalalitha, you didn't choose to take on a Karunanidhi. Now at the age of 63, you're telling me that corruption is the main issue in Tamil Nadu and you will take on the leaders of Tamil Nadu.
Yeah, it is an onset. The disease, you realize, unless you go to the doctor, is not yet diagnosed. You don't know what's ailing you. We thought it's a corruption. Now we are getting an idea of where the corruption is coming from. It is not just from the politicians. So when I say corruption, everybody gets this limited idea of do away with the corrupt politicians and it's done. That's not where because these politicians do not land from Mars. They didn't come from Mars. They came from our streets, from our districts. And they are appointed by us, and they are very similar to us in their avarice. So when I say corruption, it is looking into ourselves. It is personal satyagraha.
But I still want to know, when Jayalalitha was accused of corruption, when Karunanidhi was accused of corruption, at that stage you didn't take this call of joining a political party. I'm just trying to understand, is it that with Jayalalitha no longer there, with Karunanidhi now in his 90s, you see an opportunity in the political vacuum of Tamil Nadu to make your presence felt?
No, it's not about the opportunity. The reason I wanted to come is because it can't get any worse than this. So it's time to move in and do our job. I would have done it even if they both were there and the situation was this bad. Because it was not this bad when they were there. Yes, there was corruption. I don't have to say it. The whole world knows. I don't have to accuse specifically and bring it out to light. I sort of blow the whistle on it. The whistle is blown, the train has left the station and is in the Supreme Court.
So you're saying something happened in the last 9 months after the death of Jayalalitha that has prompted you to say the situation has never been as bad as this, now is the time to take the plunge?
It's bad to worse, because when she was there, I still had made some comments. I had made comments even when Mr. Karunanidhi was there, but then it was taken in a good with good demeanor.
Yes.
I mean, political thing. I have said some things which might have hurt their political stand at the moment, but they always call me and address me. I have had this conversation with Mr. Karunanidhi. And there was a time when Jayalalitha ji herself called me and said, "You said all politicians are corrupt," in an interview. There's a case going on against me. I said, "I didn't specifically mean you, ma'am." No, but when my case is going on, how could you say that? What if I say that all actors are bad? I'm confident enough to think that you're not meaning me.
So today you're telling me, with Shashikala in jail, with the Palanisamy Paneerselvam battle going on, with what we are seeing, the uncertainty in Tamil Nadu, you believe that the time has come
for people. It's not only for me to get into it. I'm coming because I'm willing to, but they should also be willing, because it's time for people to come. My party cannot be made by Kamal Haasan alone. It has to have people, and it's time for you to wake up, take this vigil, and move Tamil Nadu forward.
But you know, sir, politics is very different, Mr. Kamal Haasan, from acting. You know, Tamil Nadu's history has had film stars who have successfully entered, but it also has a history of film stars who have failed. Is Kamal Haasan going to be Shivaji Ganeshan, who failed, or are you going to be MGR, who succeeded?
I don't know. That is for them to decide, but I don't care. But I will be there, and I will serve the people. It's not about personal success. It's the success of the people that I'm looking for.
You're very clear.
Very
this
clear.
is not about a hit or flop film that you're looking for.
Even my films, I made it that way.
No, are you being excessively idealistic? Are you have a romantic illusion of what politics is about? In politics, you may have to deal with all kinds of people. You may have to at times take funds from all kinds of people, because you're talking about crowdsourcing the funds. You're talking about a mobile app now that you're bringing out. I mean, are you being idealistic? Do you believe people will accept you overnight in a state with two strong Dravidian parties, that suddenly an actor comes in and simply because you're this star, they will accept you? Why should they accept you?
They need not. They'll have to accept themselves first. They'll have to accept that they have a voice, and they must voice it now. And I will just be the instrument. If they don't want, I'm fine with it. I'll either go back to cinema or into retirement. That's fine.
No, that's my worry. If you lose an election, will you go back to cinema, or is this a long-term commitment?
No.
Is Kamal Haasan, win or lose, going to stay in politics?
Yes, it will be a voice. I have always been a voice, and I'll continue to be a voice. You can crush me. The last breath will be for something useful.
You're saying voice. This is more than a voice. You're talking about
Yes, yes.
actually a party that you're forming, sir.
The party itself is nothing but a voice of the people. I wouldn't say, and with a will.
It'll be a voice with a will. And it will be there as a long-term commitment to the people of Tamil Nadu. Because, you know, there have been film stars who contest one election. If they lose, they go back to cinema. They don't stay with the people.
No, it's not that. And the reason why I said I'm taking a long time to formulate the thing is, I want this idea of progress through the people for the nation and Tamil Nadu to continue after me.
You know, let's also be very clear. What kind of a party is this going to be? Because there is a sense after you met Pinarayi Vijayan, the Kerala Chief Minister of the CPIM, after you met Arvind Kejriwal of the Aam Aadmi Party, after your recent comments on Hindu terror, which I'll come to in a moment, that you are forming an anti-BJP left of center front. Yes or no?
See, I'm anti any party which will indulge in communal play. I mean, playing one against the other. Any party. I'm against any party which, just for vote baiting, will lean to one side conveniently. The equipoise of a party is very important for me. That people are all the same. Whether they are the minority, majority, they must get an equal law and live a great life. And be useful.
So that's what you're looking for. Are you therefore, in some way, when you say you are anti any party that uses religion, for example, in politics, you yourself claim to be an atheist, are you anti-BJP?
I don't claim to be an atheist. Constantly, I keep saying, some of you might know. Yeah, say yes. Because, it's like a police investigation. If you nod, it's not good enough. You'll have to say yes to commit it on paper. So I'm a rationalist. And that's different. Why in Tamil I always explained that Astik Nastik, that Nastik title is given by the Astik. I'm not going to be named, if you want to make it controversial, I'm not going to be Christianed by somebody who is a believer and hence is calling me a name.
But what is the ideology of this party? Is it simply going to be anti-corruption? Is there a particular ideological base that you have to this party?
There will be.
It's left of center. Would I be right to say, broadly speaking, that's your politics?
No, center is more like it.
You're going to be a centrist party.
Centrist party.
And the Congress party also claims to be a centrist party.
Well, everybody claims to be an actor.
You know, I'm just wondering, you know, what has driven you into this? Do you believe that Palanisamy, O. Paneerselvam, the Karunanidhis, the Jayalalitas are all have been transparently or non-transparently corrupt? Do you believe Tamil Nadu has been ill-served, particularly by the present administration? Do you believe that the present administration in Tamil Nadu with Sashikala in jail is basically a corrupt administration?
Well, I know you fully understand the question and you know the answer, but you want it from my mouth.
Yes.
So I will say it.
Yes.
Yes, I'm ashamed that we have let it happen. And it is corrupt. The point that the lady who's no more, if she had stayed alive, would have gone to jail. That is the situation. We adored her. We all voted her in with hope. And we have been deceived and we've been let down. Not only this time, it's happened over and over again. There's another case pending with another political party. It's in the Supreme Court. People have gone to jail. This is not the first time that our politicians have gone to jail. When they come back, we forget about it. The memory is, it's sort of, it's an onset of Alzheimer's, political Alzheimer's that's setting in, which I will not allow.
The statement that you made a couple of days ago has again created the sense that Kamal Haasan is anti-BJP, because you said, while writing in a popular Tamil weekly news magazine, the right wing cannot challenge the talk of Hindu terrorists because terror has spread into their camp as well. You effectively were seen to suggest that Hindu terror is a reality, wake up to it. And as a result, it's created a turmoil. There are people who want your head. They are saying that shoot Kamal Haasan. Others are saying put him in jail. Tell us exactly what you want to say. I don't want to misquote you. So tell this audience what were you trying to say.
But if by explaining, it shouldn't look like I'm sort of backtracking, going back and trying to say sorry. I will say sorry if I'm wrong, because even in another meeting, in another interview, I said the same thing, because truth cannot be varied for better copy. So
what is the truth?
The truth is, in the article, I've been very careful because I belong to a Hindu family, though I'm not a practicing one anymore. So I'm more scared of Hindus within my family, because they have a stronger weapon to wield than hate. They have something called love. If they deny me that, I'll be terribly worried. So I'm very careful. My late brother Chandra Haasan and I resided not only in the same house, but in the same office as business partners. He had his guards, he had his prayer rooms, everything, but we coexisted. And I had my rational views, we had jokes, there were repartees from his side. That is how I was brought up. So I'm very careful how I talk, Muslim or a Christian. And so my article was very careful in using words. In Tamil, Tivra means extreme. And I'm not saying that I'm going back. The translation went into terror. But extremism could be when you say a fan. In Tamil, they say, I am nan ungal Tivra Rasigan. Doesn't mean I'm a terrifying or a terrorizing fan. It means I'm your fan, extremely fond of you.
Are you saying, therefore, you were speaking against all forms of religious extremism?
All forms. Be it Muslim, Christian, whatever, name it. So, Buddhist, any form, any religion that brings about violence to propagate their religion or to make it look stronger than the other is wrong.
So you are offering a warning, in a sense, to Hinduism also, not to turn towards extremism that could in turn lead to terrorism and violence.
Yes, because I know a majority who talk sense, who talk with great compassion of other religions. Those are the Hindus I'm proud of.
You're very clear, therefore, that there is a strain within Hinduism
Absolutely.
of people who are using violence and extremism to fulfill their ends.
It doesn't need a Kamal Haasan to tell you that. It started even before I was born in 1947. What do you call that? The killing of Mr. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, January 30th, is a proof of Hindu extreme.
The moment
violence.
you're saying that, and the audience, particularly BJP supporters who will listen to this, will say that Kamal Haasan is in a way targeting a particular form of ideology. The RSS has already come out strongly. The BJP leader today has said that Kamal Haasan has turned from a superstar to a blabbering actor, and the Hindu Mahasabha has said, shoot Kamal Haasan, and FIR has been filed against you.
Somebody's put out a WhatsApp message. I wish I had put it out because I didn't think of it, because I wanted to keep everyone calm. But there I said, I think it came from Kerala, obviously. It said, I'm Kamal Haasan, shoot me. But let this be the last kill that you will have. I'll allow you a public execution, shoot me, but promise me that you'll stop with this.
Are you therefore saying that you are linking all the murders of rationalists that have taken place across the country, the Kalburgis, the Dabolkars, the Pansares, the Gauri Lankeshas, in some way when you said this just now? Shoot me, but make sure that I'm the last person who shot?
Yes.
You are saying therefore you believe right-wing ideologues are responsible for these killings. Will you speak out?
Right-wing in any community is responsible for these kills. Why would I leave out the Muslims or the Christians or or the Buddhists or anybody for that matter. Even if it's not my people, I look at it in a country like America, which is proud of its gun and carries it everywhere and kills their own people. I don't think they are going to advance. It's not going to help the ascent of man.
So this is, you're speaking out against religious extremism, you're speaking out against the gun culture, and you believe therefore that for speaking out for that, you are ready to take any FIR, any gun that is directed against you. You're not scared, terrified by what you...
But I will not raise a gun, but at the same time, I will not sort of keep quiet.
You will continue to speak out like this?
I will continue to speak out like that because it is the voice of the people. They are worried about, they have to go to their offices, they have to, they don't want to declare themselves as that. I am ready for them. I'm willing to be that Horatio guarding that bridge.
I get a sense though when you raise this more than Horatio, you have become a politician. You're ready in a way to take on, because the moment you say all this, you know you are pushing yourself into political controversy. You know that there will be people who will be angry with you.
No, I don't want, I want that anger to go down. It's simple. Just look me in the eye and don't talk so much hate. Both of you, the Mullah, Maulvi, Mahasabha, whoever you are, just let's have a dialogue.
Very interesting the way you're putting it. I'm getting a sense you're also then trying to build a unique Dravidian identity, which is trying to challenge in a sense the Hindutva forces, saying that in Tamil Nadu you cannot practice the politics of religious extremism, that this is the land of rationality, this is a land of dialogue, you will not allow hate politics to continue. So it's not just against corruption that you want to stand up, you also want to stand up against what you're calling religious extremism.
Yes, I will stand up against it, and because I'm brought up in a country which gave me that freedom to think laterally, forward, backward, I can think any way I want and speak about it.
I'm sensing that you're turning your politics like your cinema, the Vishwarupams and that kind of cinema is now coming out even in your politics. Ready to take on the so-called prejudices, the fundamentalists, the stereotypes. You got into trouble when you did these films. Are you worried you'll get into more trouble the moment you get into politics? That was only cinema. Now you're translating it into real life.
Thanks to people who think in haste and in anger, trouble is my second name, after Haasan.
So therefore, when the Babri Masjid Ram Mandir dispute comes up, what would you say? It's coming up now before the courts. Do you believe these issues should be resolved only through dialogue?
Does anyone remember what I said during Babri Masjid?
No, many of them were too young, but tell us again.
Do you?
No, tell us.
Yeah, the problem, I said you can't do that. And
you can't demolish the mosque?
No, it's my building. So is Tanjore Temple. So is the church in Velankani. They are my buildings because it belongs to my people. You cannot knock it down.
I think that's beautifully put. That you believe that every monument in a sense belongs to the people of this country.
Yes.
Because there will be those again who are listening to you who will then see this as Kamal Haasan again entering that minefield of religious politics.
No, it has nothing to do with religion. It is something to do with fanaticism. I'm against that.
So coming back to the Hindu terror statement, it was a statement you're saying against fanaticism, because there will be those who will say if there is an Islamic terror act, will Kamal Haasan speak out at the same time? India is peaceful, many people have said, because we are a Hindu country and Hinduism does not have space for this kind of terrorism and violence.
It doesn't, fine. But are all Muslims terrorists? They say, but I'm so fed up of this clever talk of, no, we are not saying all Muslims are terrorists, but look at all the terrorists, they are Muslims. Well, that dialogue has changed now.
What is the dialogue then?
Well,
anyone who indulges in violence, irrespective of community.
Irrespective of community. I'm not only talking about. I'm against what the Crusaders did in Arabia. It's gone. But still, I'm not going to say that's the correct thing because you went to your land of your Lord. But the Lord himself was not European. He was a Jew from Galilee, I mean from Bethlehem.
So what if someone says the Babri Masjid was demolished by Babur? In the temple that existed, allegedly existed there, was demolished by Babur. The time has come to rebuild the temple there. What will your answer be to them?
So many things have gone wrong and so many things have gone right. It's as bad as that Bamiyan destruction, which also I'm against.
So you're saying forget the issues of the past, focus on the future, health, education, environment are the issues that you would rather focus on.
Are we going to avenge Genghis Khan now?
You know, that's your point.
That's my point.
I get a sense from you that you are a great supporter of free speech.
Absolutely.
Therefore, for example, if someone says before a cinema, being sure in a cinema theatre, you must compulsorily stand up for the national anthem. The national anthem must be played before a film is shown. What is your view?
No, but what I'm saying is, don't belittle the thing. Let me talk the religious language that they are trying to link Desh Bhakti and Bhakti itself together. It's an old trick. And it's a new dog.
It's an old trick for a new dog.
Yeah.
So in your view, are you a Desh Bhakt?
No, I'm not a Bhakt of anything.
Not even of the Desh in that sense. And do you support the idea that the national anthem should be played therefore?
The national anthem should be played. The people should remember it. I was one.
Should be played before a cinema?
No, not in a cinema hall. Would you agree that tea shops play or bars play Suprapatam? I don't. I'm sure.
So you think the cinema is the wrong place to play the national
because
anthem?
they come there for entertainment, and there's austerity or there is a dignity in my national anthem. I'd like to stand up for it, and there's an austere moment when you play your national anthem. Then we'll become like America, wearing bikinis with a flag on it.
Okay, so you're saying, let me get it right. You're saying make it mandatory to stand up when the national anthem is played, but do not do it in a cinema theatre.
Yeah, because you see, in a bar, probably they may not be able to stand up. The knees.
You're saying today's cinema theatre, who knows, tomorrow they'll say stand up in a bar and play the national anthem.
Like even in a cinema theatre, most people are drunk, because that's why I have to reiterate some of my dialogues which are specific, because I know that part of my audience are going to be drunk. So you'll have to say it twice. So the intelligent audience is sometimes offended. Why do you have this repetition twice? Those people who are drunk in the audience will have to come out of the stupor to watch.
You seem to be talking like the Supreme Court. Don't wear your patriotism on your sleeve. It must come from within.
Of course it is, because it's a new idea for India. The concept of India was a mercantile concept to begin with. The British sort of put it under an umbrella to the East India Company. It was a corporate idea first to begin with. And then somebody with a larger vision tried to stitch it all together. And it's a new concept. It's a great concept. We have to make it live on.
So similarly, imposition of Hindi. If someone says, because you've seen Siddaramaiah in Karnataka, for example, stand up and saying that we will have all our slogans, all our hoardings only in Kannada. Do you believe the same thing should be there for Tamil Nadu? Can Hindi be embraced just as you embraced Hindi cinema?
Now, allow me the choice who I will embrace.
You want choice?
I want choice. And another thing, this is a language which is older than Hindi. There's a still debate whether it's older than Sanskrit or not. There are very strong beliefs that it's older than Sanskrit, at least in this part of the country. Definitely it's older than Sanskrit in this part of the country. Sanskrit came in. So this language was there even before then. We are proud of it. And if you say tomorrow that Hindi is a national language, so any central government jobs, you'll have to be a Hindi-speaking man. Overnight, you're making a major part of my population illiterate. We are moving towards literacy, and we have promised to accept the diversity of the nation when we created this thing. The diversity should be there, and the unity should be there. I'm willing to put up, if in my government, if there is a government, a board in Hindi, but like they do in Singapore, it's in Chinese, it's in Tamil, and there was an attempt to add Hindi to it, and they refused.
So you believe 3 languages?
Whatever makes tourism and travelers' way of life easy, and English is the national language.
So you see English as a national language,
Yes, because
you see Tamil as an older language than Hindi, and those who want to follow Hindi are free to do so, but you cannot impose Hindi on anyone.
That is what I said when I was a 14-year-old boy, and I'm still saying that.
Are you also getting ready to reach out to your friend, according to media persons at times rivals, the other great superstar of Tamil Nadu, Rajnikant? Would you like this to be a jugalbandi in politics? Because there is talk that the BJP is reaching out to Rajnikant, even as the left of centre groups are reaching out to you. Do you want this to be a jugalbandi, a double starer, or not?
I don't know if he is willing to. We have stopped being in double stars even in movies. So I don't know how it's going to work, because ideologies might clash, but the dialogue is going to be interesting. As you rightly said, jugalbandi, each to his tune, each trying to establish the virtuosity.
But I'm going to, there's the camera. I'm just wondering whether, if Rajnikant is watching, what is your message to him? Do you want him to come and join this political movement as being part of your movement? Or are you saying, you go your way, I'll go mine? Our common goal is to rid Tamil Nadu of its existing politicians.
That's more or less what we agreed to do. He was the first person that I went to tell him of my decision.
So what are you going to tell him today? There's the camera.
He is a wise man, so I don't have to repeat myself. You know, Rajani, what we spoke, and we'll stick to that.
So so suppose he decides to enter politics, you're ready to take him on?
Him on? Yes, anybody on.
You're ready to take anybody on?
Yes.
This is Kamal Haasan, who has decided that you are going to be a solo star, for now at least, and take on the entire Tamil Nadu political fraternity on the other side. From the DMK to the AIDMK to the BJP to the Congress, Kamal Haasan has decided this is time for a solo starer.
Yes, but you
with the people of Tamil Nadu with you.
That's what, because it looks like too much of I in it, because my name fortunately doesn't have that alphabet. So, but that doesn't mean that I'm indicating about my friend Rajani.
Welcome back to this town hall from Chennai with the one and only Kamal Haasan, who's made it very clear today he is entering politics. It is work in progress. He is forming a political party, an independent political party that will not be aligned with any other party of Tamil Nadu. But what really is his agenda? How do the people of Tamil Nadu see Kamal Haasan? My colleague Priyamvada now has questions for the actor. Go ahead, Priyamvada.
Thanks a lot, Rajdeep. In fact, I'm going to start with the audience. We've got some eminent guests who have joined us. Since it's been raining like crazy for the last couple of days, streets are logged, waterlogged, and all of them have been facing trouble. I have with me environmentalist activist Arun Krishnamurthy. I will give the mic to you. Please ask your question. What Kamal is going to do for you?
Yes. Environmental damage and social unresponsiveness is the primary concern. We are somewhere glorifying people participation, but it's very limited. On ground, how do we make this a reality? And you as a leader, how would you facilitate that?
This is a question with purpose, because Mr. Arun and my welfare association have been trying to work together on the same situation he's talking about and more. And we are willing to, without any sort of ideology coming in the way, like we were part of the Swachh Bharat movement, and we were happily doing it because it doesn't matter which party, where it comes from. We'd like to serve the people, but our work was impeded. That's to say that the politicians felt that we were stealing the limelight from them. I could understand that. But what he said, the most important thing is, we know how politicians are. I mean, it's almost characteristic of them to be hogging the light. But he's talking about social unresponsiveness, which is very important. You must respond. I'm not asking you to come out and wade into hip-deep water. I didn't. But you can delegate, you can do something to the best of your capabilities. Help them. Help
But sir,
these
if you
people.
enter politics, the streets of Chennai may remain waterlogged. Do you believe that you have some magic solution? I
Yeah.
mean, are you again being a little romantic about this notion? Kamal Haasan will enter politics, the Chennai will be sorted out.
No, the repair itself is going to take 20 years. I'm 63, so you can count.
Okay. So you're accepting that it's going to be a long, hard
Long
struggle?
haul, but we'll have to start somewhere. Adayar and Kuam will take at least 20 years. You tell me, you're the expert. How long will it take?
Actually, we don't know how long it's going to take
Yeah,
because we've
so
not yet.
it's indefinite time. It might be 30 years because it's taken us nearly 60 years to ruin it.
Once you become a politician, will you still be accessible to the people or not? Will you still be this movie star who is not accessible to the people? Will you be ready? Can they come for a Janta Darbar every morning to your house for 1 hour or not?
What is this?
Okay, so you will have many more such Janta Darbars.
Yes,
You
yes.
will be ready, open to meeting people.
That's the only way. That's the way I learned my trade in cinema. That's the way I learned anything from people.
Okay, so the fan clubs will become Janta Darbars one day. But go ahead, Priyamvada.
In a recent case, you had backed cartoonist Bala and he was arrested for portraying the same in an obscene way. Are you saying that in future, after you enter politics, if you are in a situation like that, would you be passive and not, actually his cartoon was a direct violation of the law. So you backed him saying what he did was not wrong, but it was a defamation case. So are you saying will you be passive if somebody, portrayed you in such an obscene way or
What is
offended
obscene?
you?
They had loincloths in that cartoon. Have you seen the cartoon? Yeah. I like cartoons. I like lampooning. And though I'm a high school dropout, I've been a student. It's a spirit. It doesn't mean disrespect, but we make even fun of God. There are many films that have come making fun of God's going in bus, scooter. Or I've made films like
So
that.
if a cartoonist makes fun of you when you are in politics, will you accept it?
They already are making fun of me.
Okay. Does Kamal Haasan change his mind from time to time? On demonetization, when it first happened, you praised it. Now you criticize it. Subramaniam Swamy, in fact, has gone to the extent of saying Kamal Haasan is morally corrupt and not someone who's consistent in his views.
Okay. Wasn't it, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Subramaniam Swamy who said that some of the policies are wrong and GST would be disastrous for India? Why did he change his policy or his view?
What are your views on Narendra Modi?
He has a spirit, which is what I believe. That's why I became part of a Swachh Bharat. That's why I lauded his demonetization. Even now, if the corrections are made in GST and demonetizations and re-implemented in the proper way, I have said in my tweet that I owe him another salam. Should I say namaste? I don't mind.
I want to understand one last time. Pinarayi Vijayan, Arvind Kejriwal, Narendra Modi. Who's your preferred choice as a leader today?
All of them. Because tomorrow, if Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan makes a mistake, I'll point it out.
So if a Kejriwal makes a mistake, you'll point it out. If Modi makes a mistake, you'll point it out. If Pinarayi Vijayan makes a mistake, you'll point it out. You're a cheerleader of no one.
No, I'm not going to cheerlead them, but I'm very sure that Mr. Modi and Mr. Pinarayi Vijayan will take these criticisms and critical analysis of their moves in good spirit. I'm very sure of that.
Okay, let's get some more questions. Yes.
Since we're talking about politics, of course, we're going to come back. We have a political analyst, Mr. Sumant C. Raman, who wants to ask a question to Mr.
I thought he's not going to.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
So already I'm changing mind.
Suman loves to speak. Go ahead, Suman.
Okay, my question relates to your team that you're putting together. As you know, I mean, you will need a strong team, though some parties in Tamil Nadu have relied solely on the leader and not really worried about the team. When will we know the composition of this team? And the extension of the same question is, the moment people sense that you are likely to be successful, politicians from various parties will join this party. Now, will you accept these politicians in your party from other parties, let us say from the AIDMK, DMK and other parties? Should they come to your party, will you accept them or not?
No.
No.
No. Because the reason is that Boria and Bistar is very dirty. And we will accept people from that party who are not leaders.
I'm going to therefore ask this audience a show of hands. How many of you would like to see Kamal Haasan now enter politics? There you've got the audience. Now they are saying, sir, when they enter...
Why do you think I shouldn't enter politics?
Suman Raman, you didn't raise your hand.
I did raise my hand.
You did raise your hand. So we virtually have 100% of this audience here saying you must enter politics. I think that's the clearest signal you've got. These are not part of your fan club. These are honest, law-abiding citizens of Tamil Nadu who simply are saying they want to see change. And you are today telling them on this town hall you are ready to be the change they want to see.
Yeah, but they have to become the change they want also.
Right, okay. We will wait. We will wait and see whether you are ready to embrace the show of hands that we've had on this town hall. The next time I come and interview you, I hope you will be dressed up as a neta, not just as a film star. You're going to change the way you dress also?
This is the dress of the neta.
Okay, so this is the dress of the neta. The neta is in a
But I keep changing it.
Okay.
Not for...
Netas tend to wear white. They don't like to wear black.
Yeah, but our netas are used to it. Look at that guy.
Our netas tend to deal in black money while they wear white. You're saying you will take on black money and will continue to wear black as well.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let's give a big hand to Kamal Haasan on this very special show. Thank you all very much for joining us. Maybe change is in the air here in the state of Tamil Nadu. Clearly we've seen the whiff of it on this program. We leave it at that. Thank you all very much for joining me. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.